So, humanity is in its Icarus era at the moment. The reason why I say this, first of all, we need to understand what I'm talking about, if nobody does. So, Icarus Era, we're talking about the archetype, we're talking about the expression, we're talking about the characteristic, the character of Icarus. Okay, and so obviously a lot of people are familiar with the story of Icarus, right? And how Icarus flew too close to the sun. So we can look at this from multiple different aspects, multiple different avenues. The sun can be representative of just the light in general, which is very reminiscent of how the world is. A lot of people are flying close to the sun, flying close to the light in terms of a lot of people crave attention, a lot of people crave validation, a lot of people crave light, information as well. A lot of people are trying to read 1,000 different books and study for 10 years. Not saying that's a good or a bad thing, but to hoard or collect all of this information. So it's very much the age of society, because I don't even want to say humanity, because there are still people who don't go with this energy. But society is in that age of being in that space like Icarus, where they're trying to fly too close to the sun. So, and you look at it other ways as well. Also, just the masculine energy. Society is very, very patriarchy based. So, again, that goes back to the sun. The sun is usually depicted as a masculine energy because it's what we can externalize and push out and see, right? Within the external. It's not internal, it's not holding, it's not tied more to receiving, which is tied more to that feminine space. It's tied more to externalizing. So, again, that's another way in which people are flying too close to the sun. They're being too much in an imbalanced scale, tilting too far to the masculine energy, and so therefore flying too close to the sun. You know, another aspect is when we're talking about the sun, even if we relate it to our actions, or like before, you know, the external, the masculine energy, we could take it into a deeper level. We could take it into a different area or aspect of that kind of same realm of expression when it comes to everyone being focused more based on our actions. Like a lot of people, you even have sayings, like cliche sayings, like your actions speak louder than your words, right? So even on that small minute level where there's subtle sayings, those are also playing out that energy of Icarus, of flying too close to the sun, because we're more on the scale of that masculine energy, despite the fact that we're literally within a womb, right? We're within a container, which is more tied to the feminine, right? Despite the fact that we all came out of a womb, you know, we're exiting and entering via wombs, but right now we're experiencing an external experience, an external thing within an internal space. So that just got me thinking about how we stand upright too. Like, even that's a form of it, right? In some way, shape, or form, everyone's flying close to that Icarus energy. So, majority of people, I would say, you know, you got some people who don't necessarily flow with that. They end up going towards their own space and their own energy, right? And then you got a lot of people these days as well that are more focused on recorrecting, rebalancing. You know, a lot more people are starting to relate, even though we might have our certain differences. At least what I've noticed in real life, where people are coming more together. And then you see online and it seems like people are very separate. But I see in real life a lot of people are trying to actually come more together. Even like certain things involved with gangs. Back in the day, my parents and my grandparents, they used to say all this stuff about gangs being like very, very prominent and very aggressive. But if you look at like the modern day ones, the same gangs aren't actually the same anymore. And I don't know about other places, but in New Zealand, a lot of them like end up like marrying each other. Like, so like now it's like everything's so intermingled and interconnected between each side that it's like not necessarily playing out the same as it used to. So things are coming back more into balance anyway, because every time something's pushed out of that imbalance scale, it's always going to recorrect itself, right? Because it's, our spirit is always in search of some form of fulfillment. So we can't get fulfilled from the same type of thing over and over and over again. We have to move on to something new as a collective, right, love? So I'll see you guys for the next video. I'll keep this one short and sweet. I just wanted to say that because it was like an interesting, creative way to talk about a similar topic that Dolo talks about, or that I even talk about, just in a different aspect. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the next video. One stars out.